Hello all, Ryan with Reddit Rise here, coming at you with a new segment today called the Post-Mortem. I'll be taking a look at a war attack in each of these segments and picking it apart. We'll see what was planned for the attack, we'll see what actually happened with the attack, and then we'll make some suggestions. See what could have been done to make the attack go better, possibly even suggesting a different strategy for that base. For our first one, dday515 has been kind enough to let us use his attack. We're going to be taking a look at how that went and giving him some advice that he can use on his next war attacks and hopefully helping you out in the process. So real quickly here, I'm going to pause the video and we are going to look at what happened or what his plan was here. So right away, he's going to send in some loons down at the bottom here. Coming in, he takes out the archer towers. His loons get caught up a little bit here in the sweepers. But I think his goal was to take out kind of this whole bottom portion of the base with those loons. You see, if he takes out the archer towers right away, those whiz towers aren't going to be able to reach it at that range. And so then the only things down here that can really do damage to the loons, archer towers. Takes those out right away. Loons should be able to get the rest of the base, the rest of this bottom part of the base. And he also attempts to lure the clan castle there with the loons that he deploys. The next piece of his attack is a golem, two golems here, and then a squad of wizards and his royals. And he's trying to take out kind of this top part of the base, break in, and I think he's trying to make sure he gets these places here where there's some giant bombs could be. I don't believe there's room for maybe there's room for a double giant bomb there. Nope, no room for a double giant bomb. As you can see right here, the air defense is sticking out too far. So he's trying, avoiding the giant bombs there. I think trying to get into this core place where there could be a double giant bomb. We'll find out in a minute that there wasn't, but at that point he couldn't have known that, as his was the first attack on this base. And then finally he's going to come in with hogs from the side. And from what it looks like, his goal here was take out the bottom part of the base with loons, top part with the golems and wizards, and then just have his hogs kind of run straight across, rampage through the center, and finish off the base. We're going to take a look at how that goes now. We'll stop and talk about the different pieces as they happen. So step one sets up the loons here. And we see a dragon come out of the castle. See the air sweeper causing his loons a little trouble, and the dragon takes out the loons. Notice that none of the towers are really doing anything to the loons, but they're going to go down anyways without really having done a whole lot. Now, this is a TH9. There is 30 space of CC. That means that the dragon came out with 20. There's 10 more units worth of troops in that CC still. And we're going to see those kind of give him problems in a minute here. Moving forward, we're going to start with we're going to get the golems up here. Kind of moving along. He's got a couple wizards that he dropped off at the side, created his funnel. I like that he took out the army camps. Those are big buildings, and when they go down, they pretty much by themselves create a funnel. So nice work there. And then he drops his wizards kind of in a big arc here. I might have positioned them a little more, sides, so that they'll continue that funnel to the center. But there was nothing wrong with what he did there. And then I believe his royals will be coming down here in a sec. Here you see his golem here is taking a lot of damage from the dragon though. He's got some witches. He's got a lot of troops invested up in this top part here. They're coming in, and here we see those extra troops. Two loons that his own loons couldn't lure because he used air units. Loons aren't lured by anything they can't attack, and loons can't attack other air units. And we see here, because of that dragon partially, that whole attack just kind of fizzles out there. The dragon and the loons really did their work to stop his attack there, and he didn't get near enough of the base with that for how much he invested there. We've still got 3 Teslas standing in the core. We only really took care of 1 giant bomb. Overall, that golem squad, I would say there's just too much invested there for how much damage it did. And then we're going to see the hogs come in here. I believe he started with 16. So he's got sets of 8. That's a pretty small hog squad. If they run into any sort of spring traps, they're gonna go down pretty quick. You can lose up to 3 hogs per spring trap, so a paired spring trap will leave him with 2 hogs, and that's just not enough to do much. He'll get a few more bases out of the center here. And I missed here. At the same time, he was dropping a few more loons at the bottom that then took out the rest of those defenses there. He really did get a lot of the defenses in this. But he didn't have enough troops to clean up. He's got a few archer, or maybe just 1 archer down there, doing a little bit of work. He did get the 50%, so that was good. He got the 1 star. Didn't get the town hall for the 2nd star. And the real problem here is the royals are still alive, the king and the queen. The queen especially is just death to hog attacks. And I'm going to talk about that here with what I would have done on this base, how I might have attacked it. My main note, I think, is that this attack was just a little more complicated than it needed to be. He had loons, he had hogs, and he had the golem squad up there, and he invested a lot kind of in different areas that didn't fully pan out. If he'd invested more in, say, 2 of those things, or even just 1, and really just focused on the hog part of the attack, I think it would have gone better for him. So, let's get to the end here. I am going to pull this up. So he was attacking base number 9. We're going to pull that up and take a look at it. Oops, this is our team. There we go. Gregorius here. So we're going to scout it out. Alright. So, I am going to... He went for GoHoLo. I'm going to just pull the loons out of the equation completely. This upper part of the map here has a good number of... has a ton of ADs here. So the loons really wouldn't get a whole lot done up here. If you sent a loon in from either side here, it'd probably get the mortar. But the mortars aren't really a problem for a hog attack, so that doesn't really add anything. If we come down to the bottom of the base here, like D-Day did, we can, we could get, again, a mortar, which isn't a big deal to a hog attack. Could get out 2 cannons, which would be a big deal, but to get to there, we've got to get through the mortar. Looking at this base, I would not be surprised, scouting it ahead, if there were some air traps here, air bombs or seeking air mines, intended to kind of snag any air units. So really, the loons I don't see as being a huge benefit against this base. So I would just leave them out of the picture entirely. So then we have the options of just a straight hog attack, or bringing some golems of some nature or another. For this, I would favor, we could do probably just a single golem here. Would get the job done, and really what the golem's job is to do is to take out any double giant bomb spaces, which up here is really our only options for possibilities there. We now know, since we've watched that attack, that there are Teslas up there. So that may have been his original intent. Even if it is giant bombs, you see here the long ways. Any hogs coming would come from one of these towers, or one of these towers. And to get to the next tower, they'd go here, and here, or vice versa. And when they did that, they'd only clip one of the giant bombs at a time. And a single giant bomb can be pre-healed. So if we just drop a heal here and a heal here, that takes care of those double giant bombs. So we don't need to bring the golems all the way into the core of the base there. What would be useful to do with the golems is to take out the queen. Like I said, the queen is death to hog attacks. So what I'd do, send the golem in somewhere around here. We can bring Let's just bring one golem. CC golem so we can get a max golem even at TH9. Send it right there. Bring a couple wall breakers. Probably 6 would be enough in my opinion. 2 to break the outer wall. And then 2 more to send in for the next thing. And 2 more spare just in case something goes wrong. As far as, let's check the range on this wizard tower. So this wizard tower can hit just past the edge of the tower, so just past the edge of the wall, so it'll be targeting that golem. We'll want to send our wall breakers away from the golem then, so that the wizard tower splash damage doesn't kill our wall breakers while it's targeting the golems. So we've got a golem kill squad. All we really need is the golem, the king and queen to come in behind it, and we send a wizard, a couple wizards here to create the funnel. And that's it. Maybe no more than a dozen wizards, probably less. 9 maybe would do it. Leaves us a little cleanup. You could bring a couple Barch troops too, just for edge cleanup. Maybe some minions to take the side. Over in these areas where there's not a whole lot of air defense stuff in reach, they can clear off a couple buildings, even as the hog attack is going on. Now, as soon as we send in the golems there. And as soon as the queen has latched onto the golems, we can send our hogs in. And we can send our hogs in. There's a ton of good ways to do this. This base has, they've got point defenses here, point defenses here. These are the real things that you're trying to worry about as within a hog attack, is the point defenses. Wizard towers, mortars, they do nothing to them. X-bows, those are important. So what I might do is I might send, if I was gonna two-finger drop this, and this I didn't plan this out real well, so there may be a better option, but we could send it in here, takes out three defenses, comes in, send it here, takes out a couple defenses, heads towards the core, and we launch these, like I said, as soon as the queen and maybe an X-bow is targeting your golem, and then the hogs come, they're gonna move across here. This is gonna be down already from the golem. These guys take out this top part, move into the center, and then while our golem is hopefully still tanking a little bit of it, they clear out this core. Once the core is gone, there's just not a whole lot. The hogs will come across here. 2 heals here. Maybe save a heal. Yeah, somewhere in here. See if we can get 2 heals to kind of cover up. 1 heal there. 1 heal there to cover the giant bomb spots. Probably another over the X-bows and where they're likely to run to the king. Maybe over here. Play it by ear as you go through. That's probably how I'd attack here. Anyway, so there's some suggestions for you, D-Day. You can look through those. The last piece that I want to do is really quickly. I am going to show off a good dealing with the Dragloon in the CC. So we're going to look at an attack by Cuba. Just look at another clan member of ours, real great war attacker. He's going to send in some hogs, maybe just 1. In any case, he gets this is TH8, so it's just 1 loon with the dragon. He gets those lured with a ground troop with the hog, so it does get the loon. And then he lures it over with a Barch troop, just an archer sitting there where it's nice and safe. And then he throws out some wizards, and he's going to keep sending in Barch, either barbarians or archers, to distract the dragon. Meanwhile, the wizards are going to town. If you do this right, the wizards should take no damage from the dragon. The wizards are there to deal damage. The small troops, the archers and barbarians, are there to distract. You can also do this with a witch. The witch will attack the dragon and will continuously spawn barbarians that'll distract the dragon. A great way to do that is the 2-1-2 in the CC for Town Hall 9. It's 2 witches, 1 wizard, and 2 barbarians. So that's, or bring your own. Not necessary. Wizards and Barch do great at that. In any case, let's just see Cuba finish his attack out here. And there we are. And he's just cleaning up now. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you, give you a few ideas on how to do your next war attack. Thanks for watching.